Welcome to the Explainer. Today we are diving into a massive question, one that comes from some really ancient texts. If the universe is this grand cosmic drama with a divine script, where do we fit in? Is everything already written for us, or do our actions actually matter in the grand scheme of things? Let's get into it.
All right, so according to the ancient Puranas, before anything existed, no stars, no planets, not even time, there was just thought. Our story kicks off in this sort of primordial void, with a single divine consciousness literally dreaming the universe into existence.
Just picture this for a second. From that one consciousness, the first creator, Brahma, just appears. And what are his tools? What does he create with? Pure thought. The actual building blocks of reality. Things like the mind, anger, love, even the very first beings, they all just spring right out of the creator's mind. So you can see, this isn't some random accident. This whole story sets the stage for a universe that's working according to a massive, divinely architected plan. And the Puranas are just filled with these incredible epic stories like this one, where divine forces are constantly shaping things, rescuing worlds, and maintaining order. The whole idea is that this isn't a universe that's just been left to its own devices. It's a cosmos with a purpose, and it's always being guided.
And this divine plan, it reached into every single corner of life. This was not a chaotic creation at all. Society was structured in a very specific way. Time itself was carved into these great cycles. And every single being, from the most powerful god to the simplest human, had a specific role to play in keeping that cosmic balance.
Okay, so this brings us to one of the most basic human questions there is, right? A question that another amazing text, the Bhagavad Gita, tackles head-on. If the universe is so perfectly designed, what's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing in all of this?
So now let's switch scenes completely. We're on a battlefield. And here, the legendary warrior Arjuna is about to just break down. He looks across the field and sees his family, his teachers, on the other side, and he's just flooded with doubt. It's such a powerful metaphor for our own moments of crisis, when we have no idea what to do.
Arjuna's crisis. It isn't really about winning a war. It's this universal human dilemma that we all face, even today. How do you possibly do the right thing when your heart, your mind, and your duty are all screaming different things at you?
He's totally paralyzed. His duty as a warrior is clear. He has to fight. But his heart is telling him, this is a monstrous thing to do. So he turns to his guide, Lord Krishna, and he basically just says, tell me what to do. I have no idea. I need a clear path.
Krishna starts his answer by laying out two main spiritual paths. You've got the path of knowledge and deep thinking, and you've got the path of action out in the world. But right away, he makes this incredibly important point. You can't find real freedom just by backing away and refusing to do anything. Inaction, he says, is not the solution.
And this leads us straight to the heart of Krishna's teaching, this really elegant solution to Arjuna's impossible problem. He introduces this whole philosophy of karma yoga, the path of selfless action. So what on earth does that actually mean? Well, it's not so much about what you do, but how you do it. The real discipline is in separating yourself from the outcome of your actions. Think about it. When you do something hoping for a reward, a promotion, praise, even just a simple thank you, your happiness is totally tied to that outcome. If you don't get it, you feel bad. But karma yoga says there's another way. Do your duty simply because it's your duty. Do it with all your skill, but without tying your own inner peace to whether you win or lose.
So this is the crucial part. Krishna tells Arjuna, look, you have to act. You have to fight. But he tells him to do it without hating his opponents and without craving victory. The action itself, when you do it as a selfless duty, becomes a spiritual practice that can actually set you free.
Now, what's really fascinating is how this super-personal philosophy connects all the way back to that grand cosmic order we talked about at the beginning. How can one person's inner attitude possibly affect the entire universe?
Krishna doesn't just throw this out there as a theory. He gives a real-world example. He points to these legendary wise kings from the past who found spiritual perfection not by hiding away in a cave, but by ruling their kingdom selflessly for the good of everyone.
This right here is the incredible ripple effect of doing the right thing. When one person acts with integrity and selflessness, they don't just change their own life, they set a whole new standard for everyone around them. Your actions are never just in a bubble. They become a kind of blueprint for the world you live in. And that brings us to the final, really profound connection. The texts have a specific name for this, Loka Samgraha, which basically means holding the world together. This shows us that your personal duty, when you do it selflessly, isn't just for you. It is the very thing that maintains the harmony of society and, you could say, the cosmos itself.
So the big takeaway here is that, yeah, the universe might be this huge, ordered system, but we are not just gears in some giant machine. It's a living, dynamic drama. And our personal actions, when they're done with integrity and without attachment, are the actual threads that weave the whole thing together. So the question these texts leave for us isn't just about what Arjuna should do, but what is the selfless action our world needs from each of us right now?